Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've done a video, but I've got something kind of new that I want to share with you guys. Um, it's this little deal right here. If you look really closely right there, it says Jawbone. I don't know if we can see this in the camera or not. And no, it is. Ah, right there. Anyway, it's the Jawbone Up Band. It's a pretty cool little thing. I was in it Verizon store about a month and a half ago, and the guy had it on, and I was looking at them and kind of wondering what they were, and so I asked him. I was like, hey, see, right, just like that. Anyway, and he explained to me it was kind of like Fitbit. If you guys haven't heard of Fitbit, I had heard of it. I knew it tracked your calories and how much you walk and stuff like that. And basically, this does the same thing, but it also tracks your sleep, which I've discovered the Fitbit does as well too. Maybe you've heard of the Nike one, and I can't remember what the Nike one's called right now, but it basically the Nike is more like a watch, and then it also tracks your steps. So it's a pedometer as well as a whole bunch of more stuff. Because I've had a pedometer before to tell me how many steps I've done for the day and stuff like that, which are kind of cool. But this thing is fantastic. Um, it doesn't only tell me how many steps and the calories I burn for the day, but it also links with the MyFitnessPal app that I use in my phone, which tracks everything that goes in my mouth all day long. As long as I put it in there, it tracks it. That way I keep a very, very close eye on what I do eat. And then when I step on the scale the next morning, I can go, okay, maybe I shouldn't have ate those 3 chocolate-covered almonds or those 4 cookies or that half a bowl of ice cream or whatever. Maybe I shouldn't eat that stuff. Let's do better today. Because we all know it's about progression, not perfection. But that's a whole nother video I should make sometime soon here. Right now, this is about the up band. It also tracks your sleep. It's got a little button on it right here. I don't know how much you'll be able to see, but if I push the button, I get it in the dark, maybe you can see it. See, it lights up the little moon. That means it's in sleep mode. If I push it again, it's day mode. But then it's also got a stopwatch on it by pushing a certain amount of times, and a nap mode, which you can put it. You can set an alarm, you can take a nap, and it'll wake you up in the amount, in a certain duration. And it's also got a couple smart alarms on it. So it does a lot of really cool things. I have learned that basically I sleep roughly 3.5 hours of very deep sleep, and the rest of my stuff is all REM sleep, which is good, bad, and the other cool thing about it that you learn about yourself is how many times a night you get up, and how long it takes you to fall asleep, maybe, and then what kind of sleep you're in most of the time when you're around the morning time when you wake up. So it's a really cool little toy. It's it's kind of spendy. It was 130 bucks, but I bought it through Verizon. You can probably get it cheaper elsewhere. Maybe you could find it online and a couple other places. But really, you know, if you're gonna be really serious about your health and fitness and stuff like that, and really want to track everything you do, um, I recommend one of these. Whether it's the Jawbone Up Band, a Fitbit, um, you can even get the Nike Link or what I can't remember what the Nike one's called. Um, but that one's really just a glorified watch and a pedometer. This one and the Fitbit, like I said, tracks your sleep and everything else. And I don't believe the Fitbit, it might link to MyFitnessPal so that all the food that I put in here, it gets calculated into the Up app so that everything, I can see how many calories I burnt versus how many calories I ate, all that stuff. And they actually jive very, very well. The other thing you can do is you can put in all your workouts in this thing to help calculate all that stuff as well, which is pretty cool. You can, of course, like MyFitnessPal, Facebook, and everything else, you can network with other people. So what that does is that tells you what other people are doing that are in your network or friends with you on the Up app. So that's kind of cool too. You can see what other people are doing, how often they're putting stuff in, how religious they are about what they're doing, and different things like that. The other thing that I almost forgot to mention this can do is you can do what they call trending. So you can put in, I'm going to it right now, guys, sorry. You can put in a couple different things and kind of compare what, like, nope, whoops, it's not trends. It's trends. If for some reason it glitched and went somewhere else, apps are apps. You know, they do that every once in a while. But you can see trends. You can pick two different things. Like this happens to be steps for sleep. So how many steps I took for the day compared to the amount of sleep that I got. You can see my steps were kind of average most of the time yesterday, a little bit higher. I went for a walk yesterday morning, that's probably why. But my sleep is, oh, I forgot to push the button right there. But most of my sleep is very even. You can see some nights I sleep a little bit more than others. Oops, forgot to push the button a couple other times. So that's the only drawback, I would say, to it, is if you don't push the button, it doesn't track your sleep mode. But it will as long as you remember to push the button. Another thing is the smart alarms on it. And the smart alarms are pretty cool. What they'll do is you can set a time and it'll wake you up within a range of when you say you want to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. And you set a range, either 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, around that time. So, like say you set it for 10 minutes prior, you set it and with a 10-minute range. If you come out of deep sleep into REM sleep before you fall back into deep sleep again, it'll wake you up knowing that it's about time for you to get up anyway. Because if you're in a deep sleep and if you come out into REM sleep and then back into deep sleep and get woke up, it's harder for you to wake up than versus just being in a nice REM sleep and waking up out of that. So that's a cool little feature as well. There's all kinds of other features, guys, but by all means, take that information for what it's worth. Again, it's called the Jawbone UP band. Highly recommend getting something like this for tracking your stuff. I didn't think up until like a month ago I would ever use it as much as I do. So definitely, if you really want to keep track of what's going on with your body, what you're doing all day, if you think you're getting a lot of exercise, but you think you walk around a lot and stuff like that, oh, that's one other thing. You can set a little reminder in here. I have mine set for every half an hour. If I don't move within 30 minutes, it vibrates and tells me that it's time for me to get up and move around. So it's a pretty cool little toy. Take it for what it's worth, man. That's just my information, my take on it. Have a good day.